Hello, my name is Christopher Sweetavina. Today is September 29th, 2023, and this is my week 7 practical application for FTT201. And today we are going to be hydrodipping my subcompact XD slide. I already have it taken apart for the most part. Only thing I don't have out is the firing pin right here, and that's because this pin, that hole right there, there's a pin that goes all the way through, but it's a hollow pin, it's not solid, and all my punches are either too big or just small enough to where when I try and punch out that pin, the punch just goes through the pin and gets jammed and I can't get it out. So I decided I'll just tape off that hole and then really tape off all of this. But for the most part, the slide is disassembled. It would have been nice to get the iron sights out, but I'm just going to have to take my time and tape those up really nice. For the rest of the unboxing, we have the Hydrographics film here. We have the base coat, the activator, and the clear coat, along with the tack wipes, scuff pad, and some other wipes. We got gloves and a brush, just some safety stuff. But yeah, that's all what's going to be used today. I have my tubs and PVC pipe. They have a garage that's already used for painting here and there, so I'm going to use that instead of getting overspray on my motorcycles and trucks in my garage. So I'll be taking this over there and we'll be getting started. Alright, so I'm here in the garage where things always get worked on. We are going to start. I cleaned this before I left with some carbon cleaner, get it all out. I'll be degreasing it again using the tack cloth after this. So we're just going to be scuffing up the surface. I'm going to try and keep everything going almost in like a same direction, just because OCD, it's hard. But with this also being metal, I did buy some extra scuff pad. This here's taking some of the melanite finish off, but I bought a coarser scrub pad. Come over here, grab it. Where'd the green one go? Oh, there's that. So I got a metal finishing set and then a cleaning and stripping pad, which is just a bit coarser. So I'm going to be using this for now, and then hit it with the red. But I don't think it's making much of a difference regardless. I can see the little grain. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera. You can see that finish right there, and that corner's gone. But I can see a bit of it. And I also have an air compressor here, so I'll probably blow this out quite a bit. But yeah, just get as much of this as I can is my goal. Just get the entirety of this. There's not much to it, just keep on scrubbing. I'm probably going to pause the video here just so it's not super long, because it's already probably going to come out to like a 20-minute video. But, oh, hello dog, scared me. I will show a finished product of when I have this all scrubbed up, so see you then. I'm back. Sorry for this weird angle, but maybe if I just squat down. But how do I get this off? Oh, you just have to, oh my gosh. It says pry open, but Lord, jeez. Is there a flathead somewhere? Huh. Why do they make acetone so hard to open? There we go. Whew, so I got some acetone right here. Let me just put that up on my armpit, get this wet. So I've got this thing here scuffed up. It actually looks like a brushed gunmetal, especially like in the sunlight you can see everything. Now I'm really wanting to just avoid touching it because there's bare metal exposed. I got greasy hands, Oh yeah, now that I'm wiping all this off, it's really showing through that this here's been just gone to town on with a buff pad. But yeah, so got this. And I'm using blue shop towels, so minimal amounts of lint or pieces of the towel are going places. Now I just gently wipe. So there's the acetone wipe down. I don't know if you guys can see a big difference, but I can see it here in person. Now I'm needing to use the tack towel, but I'm going to set this back down just because I need to get my hooks hung up, and I have to find where I put. There they are. Here we go. This will be it. Oh, you can't. Oh, you guys can't really see it right there, huh? Oh, well, it works. So I am going to hang this up right now, so you guys can see what I'm going to be using. Ignore the go-kart mess, but we got, oh yeah, now that there's sun on it, you can kind of see the brushing, or from the scuffing on it. But I'm gonna wipe this down with the tack cloth, and then I'll be taping it up, and we'll be going through the first coat of paint. So let me find that tack cloth. It's in the box. Just have to find where in the box. Actually, I'm gonna try these wipes here that you guys. What is that? So I did acetone, but it kind of just left the residue behind of the acetone. So I'm gonna use these cloths you guys provided, or cloth, I guess. Yeah, singular. So pull this back off and wipe it down with this. This has some coarseness to it too, so it might be scuffing it back up. But it smells nice, this cloth. It smells like the orange soap that you use, like the orange shop soap. This angle's really not doing me any justice. Yeah, there we go. Getting all the little nooks and crannies. I gotta stop touching it with my greasy hands. I should probably put the gloves on. I just know I only have one pair of rubber gloves that you guys provided, and I kind of want to save that for the paint. But at the same time, I think I'm doing good, keeping my hands off the surface now. I think I got the hold down. Just keep on wiping down. Getting all the nooks and crannies. Get all that stuff out. And then I'm probably going to put this back in the bag. Okay, that's hung up to dry. I'm going to put this back in the bag so it doesn't dry out, and I can use this after taping, right before paint, just to degrease it one last time. So we're going to put that back in the bag in hopes that it doesn't dry out. If not, I have an entire jar of acetone here. Oh, the lids is hard to put back on as it is to get off. Alright, so now I'm going to be hitting this with the tack cloth, get all the stuff off. Might wash my hands in some acetone. I feel them getting dry from that cloth, so hopefully they aren't greasy. The tack cloth is, that's a go-kart. Tack cloth is right here. Or, actually I think I'm going to tape it up first and then hit it with the tack cloth and hit it with that. So I'm gonna tape this, show you guys the full tape product, and then we should be good to go. So the slide's all taped off. It's been wiped down with the tack cloth. Now I'm just gonna be spraying it with this primer. I'm gonna do a tack coat, a real life base coat, then 3 more. So you'll be back when that's there. So I got all the coats of the paint on. Took about 4 or 5 coats to get it to be solid. I was taking it relatively light, but I'm gonna let this dry, then time for the actual hydro dipping. Alright, water, warm water. I got my film cut out, and the slide is now my camera set up. Oh, that's my finger covering. I can't remember. My camera set up here. Hopefully my phone don't fall. There we go. You can see everything. So, first thing I'm going to do is get this film in the water while I'm not wearing gloves. Lick your fingers, pinch the film, whichever. Huh? So a sticky side goes down into the water. This side's stuck, so the best way to get this in, from what I've seen people do, is they'll fold it. Come on. They fold it, and then put it into the water, trying the best not to dip it through there. We're going to see how the activator treats it. I'm going to shake this up while I get my safety equipment on. Once I find my safety equipment. There they are. I'm going to spray the activator until it gets a glassy coat. Yeah, I'd say that that's a glassy coat, all right. We're gonna do one more spray just to be safe. All right, now I'm gonna get my gloves on right here. I'm gonna go grab the slide. Now this is gonna be the hard part, is how I'm actually gonna dip this, because I put the little tab like the guy did in the video, but they don't really hold up too well. Yeah. So you know what, I'm gonna put a hole through this bottom one, because it is taped up fully inside. I'm gonna just get it to where my finger goes through. There we go. Now I have a solid grip on it. Gotta make sure I'm not covering where I want it to be hydro dipped. And so a 30-degree angle, and just dip it in. Oh, I hope I didn't just mess that up. Yeah, not too bad. I should have stayed out of the green side a little bit more and focused more on the tan, because that's kind of what I was shooting for. But not too shabby, I'd say. I am thinking about running it through again. I'm gonna go rinse this off with water, let it set, see how it looks, and then I might run run it again one more time just to try and get the green camo up in the back and it's not just that tan camo. So I'm gonna go rinse this off and I'll be back. So I decided I'm gonna do another dip. I got the other sheet put in here. So yeah, that is the activator. Just had to double check. Gone glassy look. All right. Ah, my glove is inside out, but oh well. Just a little slimy. We are going to gravity slide again. And same thing. A little 30-degree dip. I really want the green on the back, so there we go. That's a much better look. That is much better. Now we have, still slimy, I'm just waiting that 60 seconds so I can go rinse this off. But we got green all around, green and tan. Really shines through. Yeah, I like the look of that. I'm gonna go rinse this off now, and I'll be back when I come to do the clear coat. I'm gonna let it dry again, so it's dry, and the yard guy's gone, so you guys should have better audio now. But I like the way it turned out. I thought I was gonna regret the second dip, but it turned out real nice. It just ombres into tan, and yeah, I like the way it turned out. So I'm gonna hit it with the tack coat here, just real light. Let's shake it up some more. But one thing I don't know if I like or not is, come on, focus, focus, focus. It's focusing right where I don't want it to. But the serial number is right under that XD. Ah, you can see it now. I don't think I like how hard it is to read that serial number. I don't know if that'll cause me problems in the future. So, is when I get this back home after this clear coat, taking one of my picks and just kind of scratching out the paint from there, and then getting some high temp orange paint, like some of the stuff you would use for like engine blocks. Spray it on a cardboard, take a little tiny paintbrush, paint over it, wipe it off, and then have orange lettering inside the camo. I just think it looks nice, but so we'll see how it looks when I get the clear on. So let's get this top. So I'm gonna close this door because there's a crosswind and it's blowing it all out the way. I'm just doing 1 or 2, like 1 to 3 just coats depending on 2 to 3, not 1 to 3, 2 to 3 coats in all angles. Just gonna lightly, and I'm far away too. I'm not like that close. I'm way back here. I'm like a solid 2 cans distance away, just powdering it. And then I'm open this door back up, ventilation, and it helps dry it off. But so yeah, you can't really tell that tack coat didn't do much, but I will probably just cut back to after I have all 3 to 4 coats on of the clear, and the final product, it'll probably be back at my house, my little workstation, and I'll be putting the gun back together and doing a function check on it, because that is my biggest concern with this whole hydro dip process, is I didn't want to break my gun for a school project. But hey, if you're not doing it, then you're not making any progress. Like, yeah, someone just gave me a quote like that today. I completely butchered it, but yeah, you have to do it. So see you guys back at the shop. Alright, so I'm back home. It's hot, and I took the tape off. It's been about an hour and a half since I did the last clear coat, And I thought that would have been long enough because like it's dry to the touch, but I realized as I was taking the tape off that it's not fully dry. And now I just have a fingerprint right here, which I don't like at all. So, lesson learned. Give it the full 24 hours, because I was going to put all the stuff back in, like the striker, firing pin, or no, the firing pin's already in, the striker, the cocked indicator, basically just put it back on the frame of the gun, see what it looks like. I was just curious, and now I just have a smudge. So I'm actually trying to fix that with my shirt real quick by pushing down on the wiper on it. No, it's there forever. That's alright. Oh well. But yeah, it came out good. So I ended up doing more than 3 to 4 coats of clear. I did probably about 8 to 10. I did about 3 to 4 coats of a light spray just to make sure it's all tacked on there. Then I started going a little bit heavier with the clear. But so I'm gonna let this sit for a full 24 hours before I actually put it back together. This is as far as you guys are really gonna see it go, because I don't want to risk editing the video and recording it back on the gun tomorrow. So because the hydro dip was successful, now it's just putting it back together, which I think the only thing I'm gonna have a hard time with, and the only thing I can't do right now, is probably just put that indicator on, because that's where it's definitely not fully dry. But I didn't get too much overspray anywhere else. It's fairly clear on the inside, but I like the way it turned out. I definitely am glad I went in for a second dip, because it made a whole difference. So I'm gonna just let that sit overnight, and I'll be putting the gun back together tomorrow. So that is it for this assignment. Yeah. Till next time. So I got impatient, and let me set this up on the... Yeah, this was literally minutes after I recorded the last video, and I just wanted to show the final product. I think it turned out so nice. I can't really... There's no mag in it, but I don't want to... whatever. There's nothing in the gun, but I got impatient, and I learned a valuable lesson. Be patient when you're hydro dipping or doing any finishing. I was worried I broke my gun somehow. I was worried paint got somewhere it wasn't supposed to. I don't know why. I worried about it for no reason. I just wanted to see, but I learned my lesson. Take your time, and I'll show why. When peeling the tape, that happened. I took a chunk out of it because it wasn't fully set, and I think that would have happened anyways. I think there's just a piece of tape under there, so that's just my tape job, bad tape job. But no, the real ones is, I don't know if you can see it on camera. Yeah, you see right there. While moving it around, I hit it on something, I don't know what, or scratched it, and I took a little tiny, put a little dent in the clear coat. And then, I know you won't be able to see it on camera, but right there where it just looks like a little brown part of the camo, it's just a thumbprint smudge. So at certain angles you just see a thumbprint. But yeah, so take your time, be patient. Biggest lesson learned here. But yeah, I think it turned out really nice. I like the way it looks. It's not too bad. And I like the idea of this for being a concealed carry, because one, I normally wear black shirts, but my pants are brown or gray or somewhere in between. And this was my least favorite gun. I plan on using this for concealed carry. I don't have a CCW, so it really just stays at home. And I'm like, I hate the gun because it's small. It doesn't look nice. I have the extension for the grip. I'm like, it just... least favorite gun by far. So I figured I'd do something to spice it up. I was just worried I ruined the slide, because in the end it is still like a $600-700 gun that I don't want to ruin. So I'm just going to set this up somewhere and let it dry overnight. So, but that is it. I'm thinking, while it's still kind of wet, scratching out the serial number right there, like getting the paint out of it so it's black and there's black lettering underneath, or if I want to like gouge it so it's just a little bit deeper, get the paint out, have the full thickness of the serial number, then put an orange paint over it so you can actually see it. Because as of right now, like the Springfield logo that was right there is gone. You can barely see the XD9 logo right there. You can barely read any of it, and I can read the serial in certain light, but I don't want it to cause problems. You know what I mean? So I'm debating, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do there, but in the end, it turned out relatively nice, and I do like it. So I'm just wondering how, because as of right now, it's not wet. It's just, you can feel like if you hold it, it's hot in my room, which probably doesn't help, but it's not tacky either. It's like right near the end stage of that. So I don't want it to feel like paint on a gun. I just don't. I'd rather it feel like a finish on a gun. So we'll see. But in the end, it turned out decent. Thank you for watching.